Well, several suspects are in custody but have not been identified after two break-ins in the Bishop area. According to a press release from the Bishop Police Department, early Sunday morning, just after 1 o'clock, the Bishop Police Department was requested by the Inyo County Sheriff's Department to respond to a report of a burglary alarm at Rite Aid on Rocking W Drive. Inyo County Sheriff's deputy assigned to the Bishop area, according to the press release, was unable to respond as he was transporting an arrestee to the Inyo County Jail in Independence. Bishop police officers responded to Rite Aid and noticed a window had been smashed out in the front of the building. Officers cleared the building and determined no suspects were on scene and had fled to an unknown location. Press release goes on to state that while officers secured the scene and were waiting for a responsible Rite Aid employee, the Inyo County Sheriff's Department requested the assistance of the police department again, this time at 2344 North Sierra Highway, the new Wave Rave building, and this was for another burglary alarm. Now, 1:46 Sunday morning, according to the press release, Bishop police officers responded to the Wave Rave site and encountered the front glass door of the business had been smashed and there was clothing all around the front of the building. The Bishop Police Department also requested the assistance of the California Highway Patrol to assist with that burglary investigation. Now, Bishop police officers were able to follow the trail of clothing to a nearby residence behind the Wave Rave, where they saw several items from the Wave Rave shop around the front of the residence and at least one subject inside. A perimeter was set around the residence and officers awaited the arrival of Inyo County Sheriff's deputies and detectives. The press release goes on to state that based on initial investigation by Bishop police officers and evidence at the scene, a search warrant was obtained by the Inyo County Sheriff's deputies. Bishop police officers assisted with execution of that search warrant. Additional evidence linking several suspects to the crimes was located, and again, several suspects were taken into custody but were not identified in that press release. Well, Bennett Kessler filed this story. Owners of the Yosemite Gateway Motel in Lee Vining had asked the Mono County Board of Supervisors to waive penalties and allow a payment plan for their third and fourth quarter transient occupancy tax payments due to hardships created by the rim fire and later the closure of Highway 120. Motel owners Tim and Kim Trainer said the fire and highway closure during summer months seriously hurt business for all motels. The Trainers had asked the Mono finance director to allow them to pay out taxes over time, but she declined to allow that. The Trainers appealed that position to the supervisors, and on a 3-to-1 vote, the Mono supervisors denied the appeal. They did waive penalties for November since it took the board about a month to deal with the issue. Now, members of the Mono board did acknowledge the difficulties created by the disastrous fire and closure of Highway 120, but ultimately said they were not willing to set a precedent that would open the door for all businesses to delay tot payments. Some pointed out that when businesses collect tot, the funds should be held in trust for the local government. And at that same meeting last Tuesday, the Mono County Board of Supervisors approved an invoice to the state of California for past due amounts, penalties, and interest dating back to 2002-2003. Now, this invoice is regarding delinquent California payment in lieu of taxes on Department of Fish and Wildlife properties, and that's in the amount of $645,544.32, with $195,000 potentially going to the county general fund should the state pay the overdue amount. Mono County Board of Supervisors Chair Bing Hunt said Mono County joins 35 other California counties with past due amounts owed in an awareness campaign led by rural county representatives of California. Receipt of this past due money would help Mono County address important and necessary fiscal needs. End quote. Now, you can see more on those two stories on the Mono County Board of Supervisors on our website, sierrawave.net. Well, Bennett Kessler filed this report at a meeting in Los Angeles on Saturday. Japanese Americans and Owens Valley people expressed their views on the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power's plans to build a mega solar plant across from the Manzanar National Historic Site in the Owens Valley. Now, according to local people at the meeting, DWP also extended the public comment period for the second time, now through November 26. Les Ianufu, superintendent of Manzanar, had asked for a meeting in Los Angeles to accommodate the Southland Japanese American community. The meeting was held at DWP headquarters and saw some 75 people attend, including DWP General Manager Ron Nichols. Now, people there said Nichols made an opening statement about DWP's need to develop renewable energy, but did not respond to the many objections to the project. According to locals in attendance, 29 people spoke and all opposed the project location. These included grandchildren of Manzanar internees and former internees themselves, human rights organizations, and locals such as Mike Prather, who spoke against a project of the proposed scale in the Owens Valley. Assistant Professor Barry Lehrman of Cal Poly spoke also. He and his students have organized a project to detail the need for an equal relationship between DWP and Inyo Mono. And again, more on this story is available at sierrawave.net. Well, another Daisy Award at Mammoth Hospital. Sierra Wave's Rob Gill was on hand.
At noon on November 12th, the Daisy Award ceremony was held at Mammoth Hospital. This award is part of the Daisy Foundation's national program to recognize the efforts of amazing nurses. Out of the 20 nurses at Mammoth Hospital nominated this year, the overall winner was Caitlin Crunk. While it is Caitlin's first year at Mammoth Hospital, her father, Dennis Crunk, MD, has been at Mammoth Hospital for over 30 years.
It's a very, very rewarding experience. I couldn't ask for anything more. The community and the chance to raise a kid in this community and the chance for her to come back has been wonderful.
Well, a very nice Daisy Award indeed, and congratulations all the way around. We'll be back with more news.